Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ricky. Today we are reacting to Linkin Park. The song is called Lost. From what I have gathered from the very little information I know about this is that this is an unreleased single or like a B-side off of Meteora, and they just released it I guess a couple of days ago. Kind of a weird, wild time we're in where a lot of the bands at least of my childhood, are coming out with new stuff, and so it's what a time to be alive, I guess. For music release. So we're gonna be releasing. We're gonna be listening to this release of a new Linkin Park song. To give you my background of Linkin Park, it is very minimal. I didn't start listening to Linkin Park until the last maybe 5 years. So I do not have the same connection to it as a very vast majority of you might have, but I also wanted to see what this was about because obviously Linkin Park is so influential to not just the rock genre, to really the whole music industry in general. And so I only found it fitting that I give my honest reaction to it as well. And so we're going to get into it. And as always, before we do, make sure you like the video if you do like it, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more content moving forward. So without further ado, here is Lost by Linkin Park in 3, 2, 1, go.
Just a scar somewhere down inside of me, something I cannot repair.
Okay, so I am not, how do I didn't understand Linkin Park for a long time, especially when I was in so when did they start? To what, mid 2000s? I didn't quite grasp their message and their style. I was one of those people who denied anything that was trending or anything that was popular. I was one of those guys, unfortunately. Um, and I didn't get it. I just didn't understand it. As I've gotten older, I totally see and feel what I guess I don't totally feel it because a lot of you fans have felt what Chester has felt during this time. I'm not usually an emotional reactor, but just hearing his voice is doing something to me. I can't put he just has such a way of expression that is few and far between any vocalist. And I really can't pinpoint it. Wow, it's 30 seconds in, he sung for like 2 words. Let's continue.
Something I cannot repair, even though it will always be. I pretend it isn't there. I'm trapped in yesterday, where the pain is all I know, and I'll never break away, 'cause when I'm alone, I'm lost in these memories, living behind my own illusion, lost all my dignity, living inside my own confusion.
Okay, you know what it is that knowing, man, I have never felt like this in a reaction video ever. This is hitting me way harder than I was anticipating. I think knowing now, like, because of the way he had passed, and what he was obviously going through. These I have never been a lyrical like connoisseur, of, if you will. I have never been one to listen to lyrics. I've never been one to really pay attention to them. I am entirely in it for the music and for the sound, and the message is what the message is. But knowing what he was going through and listening to like listening to these lyrics, I think a lot of people back then, when Chester was still around, thought it was a persona, but it really was just him, and it's so gut-wrenching. And he has such a way to express his feelings that is unheard of. I'm gonna go back really quick. Sorry I'm so emotional, by the way, but I'm assuming a lot of you are feeling even more so than I mean, I don't even know the band that well, to be honest with you. But this, wow.
My own illusion, lost all my dignity, living inside my own confusion. But I'm tired, I will always be afraid of the damage I've received, broken promises they made, and how blindly I believed. I will never break away, 'cause when I'm alone, I'm lost in these memories, living behind my own illusion, lost all my dignity, living inside my own confusion.
Okay, you know what also makes it that much powerful? I'm starting to calm down a little bit and kind of give a more objective, I guess is the word, analysis and reaction. And take this as you will. This is for some people and it is for not. Like, some people like it and some people don't. But a lot of their songs have a very similar pathway in that you kind of have a softer-ish verse, kind of laid back instrumentals and music, just laid what I'm looking for, just softer instrumentation. And Chester does a good job of emulating that same sound, and so it complements each other beautifully. And then when they get into the chorus, when he's using some of that distortion and grit and angst and anger, the guitars just are so full of sound. They're not loud, they're just full. And it just, the way they compose songs, as simple as it sounds on the surface, it just is a perfect combination of things that make the sound what it is. And I think part of that is the reason why, like, the feeling of it is so intense.
Lost all my dignity, living inside my own confusion. I try to keep this pain inside, but I will never be alright. I try to keep this pain
Ooh, harmonies.
inside, but I will never be alright. I try to keep this pain inside, but I will never be alright. I try to keep this pain inside, but I will never be alright. I'm lost in these memories, living behind my own illusion, lost all my dignity,
Mm, 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 mm. What a touching tribute, and it's not even really a tribute, but I guess why would you release a song? Well, what is this? Is this a 20th anniversary already? Of the album, and why would you release it if you didn't want to tribute to Chester? If you're Linkin Park, I think what makes it so, again, I mentioned it before, but I can't get over how hard this is hitting me. I mean, I was never a Linkin Park fan when growing up, but just understanding the pain he was in, and he used vocal, like being a vocalist, as his, like his not his gateway. It was like his way of expression, and even that, it seemed like no one could hear him, and it's really, like, it's intense. Um, yeah, I mean, it's very well done. Like the song, the writing, the lyrics. Um, Obviously they wrote it when Chester was still around. I don't know if they did anything with it, if they played around with it afterward, in order to re-release it. But hey, you got more Linkin Park to relate to, because I know there's a lot of you out there who feel the same way. Um, and I hear you and I understand you. Um, Man, what an inspiration that guy was, and still is. I can't even say was. He is. He's still an inspiration to this day. Uh, I wish I could give him less emotional response, but that's just what I'm feeling. I'm giving you my genuine reaction. So, I mean, the guy is a legend. Like, there's really no other way to put it. He is an icon. He will forever be just a Mount Rushmore of uh artists. That's what he was. He's an artist, not just a vocalist. He's an artist, and so I'm, wow. Okay, hats off to you. Literally, I can't because my headphones are on my head. So hats off to you with headphones flying off. Linkin Park for allowing us to hear this, because obviously Chester wanted us to hear it. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I'm sorry again that this wasn't a very cheerful one, but I give you my genuine reaction, and that's all and that's not all, but that's what I am here for, and that's what I'm here to do. And so, yeah, if you want to see any more reactions, please make sure to check out the other videos I've done. We've checked out Following Reverse, we've checked out Nightwish. There's a lot of people. We've checked out Spirit Box. So there's a lot of different artists we have checked out, so make sure to see those reactions. And if you do want to see more content, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and don't miss out on anything coming out. And until then, take care, guys, and see you later.